accept it. Yes. Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsasibhyo Mahatbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopapnavarahita Pragyana Pratyagato Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi Om. Everybody quietly. In Mundaka Upanishad, two areas are very well covered. Who you are. The way I look at myself, the vision I have toward myself, each one of us, and the vision which Upanishad has about you, between two visions, there is no concurrence, oneness. Both are just opposite. The way I know myself, I have conclusions about myself, judgment about myself. Whole life is struggle against those conclusions. I am a mortal, born in time. I conclude I am going to erase my existence in time, because time is a great leveler. It levels everything. So this me, who is subject to time, subject to death, is not acceptable to me. I struggle against death. I want to live a day more. Day more means what? I never want to die. Looking at the type of actions I do, I have to perform actions. All those actions also, my omissions and commissions, bring a guilty person in me. A conflict with guilt is there. And that guilty me also is what? Not acceptable. I want to free myself from that guilt. You like it or not, you are subjected to sadness. You and I don't choose to be sad. You are sad. And there is always struggle to come out of that sadness. There are escape routes which may work for some time. Every time you have to invent new one. Because I am sad, I will come out of it. The sad me is not acceptable. The ignorant me also is not acceptable. Whether you are literate or illiterate, educated or uneducated, We all want to know. In US also I find the same problem. If there is accident anywhere, on that side, this side traffic also becomes slow. Everybody wants to know what has happened. That is called knocking out, correct? They all knock out to see what is happening. Curiosity factor they call it. It's so high that this side traffic always goes slow. Why? Everyone wants to know what has happened. It's a cop job. Why do you bother? No, I want to know. You can't bypass that. People have gathered around your neighbor's home. You always want to find out why. You will, unless you find out what is happening, you will be in your window looking at that, correct? Even a two-person whom you don't know, typical Indian style talking in each other's ears, typical Indian style. And when they are talking, your all consciousness come to the right ear to pick up what they are talking, correct? You have to know what they are talking. Nothing should go unnoticed, unknown, should remain, I should know, accept. This curiosity, why ignorant me is not accepted. What is happening around me, I want to know. So ignorant me is unacceptable, understand? Knowledgeable me is acceptable. Now coming back to the topic. We have conclusion about ourselves. Similarly, we have got even conclusion about others also. I am subject to death, others also what? Subject to death. Nobody inquires, even look into those conclusions, are they right or wrong? They take it for granted and work the whole life on it. I am mortal, finish, period. How do you know? I know I am mortal. Ayaram Kayaram. Born in time, gone in time. Do we ever question these conclusions? Swamiji, what is universal you need not question. There can be universal error also, understand. Everybody thought that sun rises in the eastern sky and sets in the western sky. Horizon is set. That was the conclusion. Sun rises and sets. That is experience also. One thing you please remember in your life, experience does not amount to knowledge. Twinkle, twinkle, little star is my experience, correct? Are they small stars? I see blue sky which is not there. I see the rising sun which doesn't rise. All your experience can be questioned. Your conclusion can be questioned. But here, conclusion about myself, I never question. That I am mortal, you never question. Everybody is what? Has to join the majority. That's American expression. To die is to what? Join the majority. Because all the dead ones are in majority, you are in minority here now. Kicking the bucket one day. So these are my conclusions. We have never questioned our conclusion, and there are a lot of things happening based on your wrong conclusion, and religious people also walk in sometimes, and they exploit you based on your wrong conclusions. There's another tragedy also. We'll do this for you. After death, we'll do this for you. Here, somebody asked me, is the doctrine of Gita is rebirth or not? Come on. Say yes yes or no.
Yes.
Doctrine of Gita is rebirth or not?
According to parts of it.
You just say yes or no. Yeah.
Yes.
No. That's what I know. Wherever Hindus will make mistake, I know very well. They all be understood wrongly. That's what. Not to I want to question you. This is called Gita. I am going to talk to you today morning. The topic is this only. The self is not subject to birth and death. That is my topic. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit. That is the Gita. The doctrine of Gita is to prove that you are free from birth and death, not to prove that you will be rebirth. That is not the enthusiasm. Only thing it says, by the way, you can't introduce an ounce of matter in this creation. You can't totally destroy ounce of matter. Things remain in one form or another. When this five great elements keeps remaining, after changing also, what to talk about, the jiva, the subtle body, also travel from one body to another. That's what it says. Logic. Dehinos pinyatha dehe, kaumaram yauvanam jara, tatha yatha tatha dehantar prapti, dhiraha namukyati tatra. Murkha, what? Muhyati. Pandita na murkyati. That's the logic. That's the doctrine of Gita. That's what here better look into your conclusions, which are the painful also. The guilty me and the hurt me is a very painful conclusion. The mortal me is a conclusion which is very, very painful. You want to live always. Nobody wants to die. Even wants to commit suicide because he thinks he will be better off later on. This world he cannot handle, I will go somewhere else. And I think give him better life here, he doesn't want to commit suicide. Means he wants to be alive. Come back. So, all your conclusions, judgment, opinion about yourself and others are to be analyzed. Don't just swallow. You better understand that. As I look at myself, similarly, I have certain perception or concept about the author of this world also. Only one area one should understand is Ishvara. Knowingly I don't use the word God because God word has lot of meaning in your mind. The Ishvara. That is not to be believed, that is to be understood. A discoverable fact. Our problem is what is to be understood we believe and what is to be believed we want to understand that. Kya karega? That also area the Upanishad covers very well. From whom this world is manifest, by whom it is sustained, unto whom it resolves, is Aksharam Brahma. Examples given, well lit fire, so many sparks comes out and again resolve back into fire